Okay, guys. We are all convinced that if one is to win, the other is to lose. We believe that life is like a game of tennis. If Federer is to win, the other guy has to lose. That's what we believe. And this is the approach with which we approach interviews and GDs. But please note, an interview or a GD is to select an individual to fit into a company or to fit into a team. Or in other words, an interview is to see if you fit as a team member or a team player. An interview is not to check if you can beat the other guy. An interview checks how good you are and whether you can do well along with others. An interview or a GD is not to see if you can beat the other guy. I hope this message is clear. While you're watching slides, I'll explain further. Okay guys, what you see here is a group discussion in action. Unfortunately, in this country, each one of these candidates are thinking that they must beat every other candidate in this discussion. But they are making the biggest mistake of their life and career. The experts who are evaluating participants in a GD look for people who can bring meaning into the discussion, who can diplomatically lead the group, who can clear disruptions, if any, who can help everyone perform to their best limit. Or in other words, a GD is looking for a good team player, not a player who can beat every other player. So in a GD, if you want to succeed, you should never belittle, offend, aggressively subdue any other participant. You should promote, encourage, and bring forth every other candidate in the discussion. At the same time, prove your mettle to the panelists who are trying to evaluate you. A good team player always tries to prove his leadership and his qualities, not at the expense of any other. In other words, to prove that you are good, you don't have to prove that anyone else is bad. A good participant in GD will always appreciate constructive criticism, constructive suggestions by every other participant. Your appreciation of the other participant is a pivotal element of success in a GD. I have seen group discussions where candidates aggressively tries to push down, subdue other participants and win at the expense of other participants, which would be a most foul strategy. It would never succeed. Be friendly, bring out the best in everyone else. Prove you are really good. Don't try to prove that others are not as good as you. Don't try to prove that others are bad. Don't try to prove that you are the only one eligible for this job. Always try to bring out the best in every participant. So that is the best player in a GD. And he is a man who is likely to make it to large corporate houses in responsible jobs. So a very constructive participant in a GD. Make sure that he sticks to his time allocation. In the sense, in a GD of 10 participants and total allocated time of 30 minutes. You cannot exceed your allocated time of 3 minutes. You cannot be selfish. So you will restrict yourself to 3 minutes. You will always try to encourage the participants who are not coming forth. You will try to lead the discussion by giving it a good start. You will try to consolidate the important points of the discussion towards the end. You will never offend anyone. You'll always appreciate constructive suggestions and criticism. Even an offensive participant trying to put you down needs to be tackled diplomatically. See, if anyone is offensive, the best way to tackle him is diplomatically. For example, if another participant in a GD tells that, that's rubbish, you should not respond by saying that what you are saying is rubbish, you cannot rubbish others. That is an offensive response. Instead, the constructive participant in a GD would always say, I take your criticism for what it's worth, but then look here, my friend. Don't you think that we need to approach this problem from a different angle? See, what he has done is he has tried to correct the guy who said it's utter rubbish. At the same time, he has not gone down to the levels of the aggressor. Or in other words, it takes two hands to create a ruckus. You cannot create a noise without two hands. So if you don't clash with anyone, you try to bring out the best in everyone. You encourage the poor participants. You try to lead by example. You appreciate good contributors. You encourage participation. You try to consolidate. And you try to add value and a face to the discussion. And that's exactly what corporates are looking for. A team player. A winner in a GD is someone who lets others win. Not just lets others win, tries to encourage others to win. So always bear it in mind. It is not that you alone should win. Success lies in trying to make others successful. And this is a quality that every expert panelist looks for in a GD participant. Thank you very much.